G'day everyone, Master Rabbit here from Capsule Computers. Today what we're going to be doing is running you through Lil Pirates with some hints and tips, gameplay, all sorts of things that you can expect to see in the game. We're going to run through it in fine detail, so sit back and enjoy. So we're going to go, basically I'm going to go through and tell you everything that you can do, everything that you can possibly try and get the best out of the game, and try and level up as fast as you can, and also buy cool stuff and everything else that you can possibly think of. So jumping straight in, as you know, Lil Pirates is an iPhone game. It was created by Oyugo and it's published by Capcom Mobile Interactive. So pretty much iPhone. It does have other capabilities where you can add your friends and play together with them, with Game Center, just standard email connection, and also with Facebook. So let's just jump in quickly and I'll run you through a few things. Alrighty. Now as you can see, pretty much the Lil Pirates is very similar to other games that are out there at the moment, like from Capcom. There's Smurf Village, and then there's also the big world everyone knows, Farmville. So that's the type of game that Lil Pirates is. You do chores, you do things, then you wait for a few hours, minutes, and so forth, certain thing, and then basically they come back. You get your reward, you get your experience, and you move on from there. So that's pretty much what Lil Pirates is kind of like. It's a very social sort of a game as well. You have friends that do send you stuff and do things for you, and also can steal stuff from you as well. So there's a lot of cool things that you can do in the game. Okay, so as you can see on the front, basically this is one of the pages that we're on, one of the maps that we're on. If you basically click on the world map here, the world map will take you to the entire view of the world. So there are certain sections of the game which you can't access, and that's the reason why, because you don't have a high level, or that Capcom and Oyugo have not created those certain maps yet. So if you look in the top left-hand corner up here, right-hand corner up here, you can see that there's a little padlock, and that little section of the map is locked off. So if we click on that, it'll basically tell you no, you can't come back because it hasn't been discovered yet. So that sort of stuff's all cool. Certain places that of course, when you start the game, you pretty much get thrown into the first level, which is this one here, first little map. And then in here you've got a whole lot of different chores to do, different things to see, different things, battles as well to take on, which I'll explain to you very soon. Alright, so jumping back out, and as I said, there are certain maps that you cannot access, but you can see. So for example, this one here, we click on that one there. See, all jobs in this area are locked. Come back when you've leveled up. So pretty much you can click OK, and then you can say, oh, okay, well look, I need to be level 48, 49, 45, 46 to actually kind of access this area and do the chores that are in here and the missions that are in here. So you can always come back to them once you level up. As you can see, up the top there, I'm level 34. It's taken a good amount of time to actually get here, but it's a fun game, as I said. Alright, so jumping back down, okay, from here you can basically go and do chores from different sections. Now, if we're gonna go through first in detail, basically the best thing to do would be when you do level up, if you want to level up faster, you got to find yourself like probably one of the most updated levels that you can attack and go into. Like for example, this one here. This one here is probably a level 30, level 33 to 36 level. Now there are certain missions that you can do already. As you can see, there's one here which is a 2-day one, also a 5-minute one, and then these ones here haven't unlocked. Plus you haven't unlocked the battle here as well. So for example, to get the best out of your gameplay with the most money and the best amount of experience, which we call fame in this game, is to do missions that don't let you hang around for too long. So pretty much this one here, for example, is a 2-day one. 2 days is a long time. So what happens here is that you get, if I explain to you quickly, it takes 2 days to do. you get 2,117 experience, which they call fame points, and you also get 8,119 silver coins. Now that sounds awesome if you think of it, but the problem is the pirates go off for 2 days and they don't come back. So therefore, if you're playing this game and you want to kind of level up faster, you know, you're going to be the guys are going to be gone for 2 days, and the only thing you can do is probably do battles for every couple of hours, and that's pretty much it. So it's not really a good. It's good, of course, because if you think of it in a way, what you get from here, you also get a couple of little bonuses. You get like a little toy, little extra treasures and stuff like that. So that's also good. You can always send them off to do them once in a while. But for example, what I'm kind of doing at the moment is I'm on this one. I'm on this map here, and this map here pretty much has a whole lot of different variety of missions that you can go see. You've got like a 4-hour one, a 20-hour one, and a 10-hour one. Now, for example, what you got to kind of calculate is the most experience you can get in the least amount of time. So as you saw before, you had a 2-day mission and you got 2,000 out of it. Now, two days is 24 hours. 24 hours times 2, 48, and you get your certain amount of experience, which is 2,000 or so forth. But if you look here, you've got 10 hours by 602 experience. If you calculate that, which I've done before, you end up getting an extra couple of hundred experience for doing this. So the thing is, with this one here, for example, you do every 10 hours, yes, your little pirates run off and come back, and every 10 hours you get at least 206 experience. So you're constantly flowing with the experience, and you're moving a bit faster and quicker with leveling up. And the money as well, you do get a bit more. So that kind of all evens out in the end when you're trying to get the most out of the game and level up as quickly as possible. So that's one of the most important things in the game, is that try and find the quickest way to level up with of course, the least amount of time, but that gives you a better way of getting what you need with moving up in your rank. So apart from that, for example, if you take off and you take off and do a 10-hour mission, you really can't do nothing for the next 10 hours because there's not much to do apart from, you know, just checking the sea. As you can see in the water there, some of your friends do get stranded, and they have their own little crew, and their crew also disappear, fall off into the sea, and they just sit there waiting for someone to help them. So in this situation, we've got one of these guys here that's in the sea, that if you click on him right now, and that person's name, crew member, has sailed. Basically, if you want to help them, click on help, and what you do is you get a little bit of experience, which is fame points once again, and a bit of gold. So when you do that, that pretty much also helps you when you return back from your mission, or your, you know, wherever you go, because once in a while they also give you a bit of a bonus because you've helped them recover their crew member. And that pretty much happens automatically. The computer calculates it and gives you the options of giving you that experience or bonus, maybe fame points or whatever it could be. So that's one of the things you can do when you're waiting for your crew members to come back. The other one is taking on battles. So every 2 hours you can take on a ship battle. So the highest battle at the moment I can take is this guy here, and his name is Blagger. So if you want, you can take this guy on every 2 hours, and you battle him with your ship. So pretty much what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what it looks like here and see this in action. So this is one of the most important things in the game, is do these ship battles every 2 hours, no matter what. If you want to level up and get there as quickly as possible, this is what you need to do. So let's watch this, and I'll show you exactly what you can do in these ship battles. So battling, very straightforward. You pretty much can't do anything. As you can see up the top, you've got your health up here and the enemy health up there. So as you can see, you're shooting each other with cannons. Down the bottom, you've got a specific amount of attacks. These ones here, these little things down the bottom appear when you collect, when your pirates come back from their missions. So you've got a health, which is a repair kit when you're playing at the same time. You've got a smoke screen, and you've got I'm going to use that one right now. So that one there is like a volley of cannonballs. So you shoot them off, and they do a lot of damage. They come in handy, but the thing is, those little things are not easy to pick up. your crew members pick them up from specific places and missions where they go get them from. Like that example, that 10-hour mission one that I said, when they return back from that, you pick up some of those explosive volleys. Okay, so anyway, once you've done that, you plunder the computer, if you want to call it the computer pirates ship, and occasionally you pick up some extra little treasures. So as you can see here, we picked up a few little treasures right here, and then I'm going to take you in and show you what to do with these treasures as well. So pretty much once you get them, you can't sell them from here, but you can sell them in another spot, which I'll show you now. And the most important thing as well is every 2 hours you can pick up, in this situation when you're taking on this guy, 1,000 experience. So that comes in handy very, very much, especially when your crew members go off for 10 hours. Really can't do nothing else apart from going on and doing these ship battles. Alrighty, so collecting that and jumping back out. Okay, as you see, experience has gone up a little bit, got a bit of money, and that's it. Alright, so now, another thing you can do while you're waiting, but this does not give you any experience points, is bury some treasure. So for example, we can jump in here. Every map, as you can see, has like a little island with, well, I've got 12, it says 12 there. That's 12 means what stuff you've already buried into the treasure island. So let's just jump into that right now and I'll tell you how this works. So pretty much here we are right now. That's me down in the corner there. There's my little master rabbit with little octopus sitting on top of his head. I'll show you a few other little things when we get stuck into the customization of the character as well. Alrighty, so as you can see here, this is Treasure Island. Now in Treasure Island, you pretty much get treasure and you bury the treasure. Now, as you know, the way it's worked out here in Lil Pirates is you get treasure that is worthless. Now, when you get the treasure and it's not worth a lot because it's worthless, pretty much. So those ones that we picked up before weren't the best in value. But what happens is when you put the treasure in the sand, it will start to increase in value. So it will actually get better, which is weird. But as seeing that it's a pirate game, pirates like to bury their treasure. So when after a specific amount of time, as we were mentioning, this is pretty much a time scale type of a game. You got to wait for certain things to get better. And this, an example in here, the maturity of the treasure increases in value by a lot. So for example, I'll just show you quickly because I know at the moment I've got my treasure that's kind of, if you want to think, maturing. And it's on level 3, but if I click on the little help button, I'll explain it to you very quickly, which I just basically said, but I'll quickly run you through it. As you can see right now, if we go up, scroll down a little bit down, as you can see, here are the examples of the treasure that you can get. So from level 1 to level 4, it looks like it gets a little bit better, but it takes 4 hours to mature. Then from level 1, level 2 to level 2 to level 3, it takes 8 hours. Level 3 to level 4 takes 12. And then level 4 to level 5 takes 24 hours. So in total, you've got to pretty much calculate all those hours together, and that's how long it'll possibly take you to get a matured piece of treasure. So once you get that, it looks like that. So pretty much in the sand, as you can see in the background, I've got 3 stars, but in the background here, you got 5. So, sorry, in the front of us here you got 5. So pretty much that is when it's time to mature and you pick it up and you can get it at that maximum value. But, as you can see also here, when you got friends, you can see, I've got them in my background, I'm going to show you that in a minute. These are treasure spots. Now these treasure spots are available for you to pick up and plunder as well. So if you want, you can pick them up. And if they belong to one of your friends, and they've got something that's really matured and it's ready to go and it's level 5, you could pick it up and steal it for them. And then when you steal them, you leave something else of a lesser value for them. So they could be dying to pick it up, but you can come and steal it for them. So, for example, so you got those 3 little treasure marks there. If I walk over to one of them right now, select it, it's going to dig it up. And it's going to say, look at that, this is a perfect example. One of my captains, my friend captains, his name is Loki, has left one of his most abandoned 5-star prizes. So as you can see, that crown is at top maximum value. It's worth 1,600 points. Now, if I want, I could be a nice pirate and leave it there. If I want to be an evil pirate, I'll take it. And if you want, you can also sell it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take it. So now, once I've done that, he'll go back and see a treasure mound just all destroyed, but with a lower end item in there, which will probably be one of the same things. And the same thing once again to happen here. As you can see, we've just taken another one, and it's a 5-star diamond. Yoink! Arr! So that was good. So pretty much that's what you can do in your spare time. So you can wait once in a while and you can pick up a whole lot of these ones and increase your your money if you want. So as you can see right now, this one here belongs to no one. It's sometimes generated automatically by the computer. So as you can see, it's like a 2-level diamond. Wow, not that exciting. But if you want, you can just pick it up and sell it. And once again, you just get a bit of money, 350 points. Now, another great thing is you can check all your great treasures that you've picked up. So as you can see, every treasure you pick up during the game appears here. So even if you don't, you pick it up from just picking up by digging it up in here, or going on missions, or coming back with your little crew members coming back with it, they appear all here. So pretty much, as you can see, acrossways, that's how the treasure matures, if you say. So at the beginning, it looks all burnt, not burnt, sometimes just rough on the edges, and then it just gets nice and shiny towards the end. But as you can see, it's worth a whole lot more. So at the beginning, this one here is only worth 20, but if you look at the end, it's worth 100. So as you can see, I've got a few of them already picked up. We've got some rings, we've got some statues, we've got some onyx, and a whole lot of other things, necklaces. Okay, so that's how that pretty much works, and a lot of the things, I got a lot of these ones here too. So you can just put them in the sand, and when they're finished, they're worth a whole lot more. So 200 at the worst value, and as you can see, 1,000. So if I want, I got 3 of them, I can sell them right now, or I can sell one of those right now. I can sell them all, or just sell one, and that's pretty much it. So if I sell just one, I'll get 200. I'll have 200, and that pretty much goes down. So you can get a lot of money by doing it like this if you really want to hoard. I'm a hoarder, if you think of it. Pirates like to hoard. So I got like 58 diamonds here and so forth. I got 103 crowns, and then there's a few other ones that do not appear unless you've unlocked certain areas, which I was showing you before. So some of them don't appear because you haven't gone on specific missions. So I've only got 3 here that I still haven't picked up. Out of the total here, and a few of them appear in what IUGO and Capcom have done is pretty much when you specific times of the year, like at Christmas time, certain things maps appeared that you could go and do. So for example, like the turkey, the Christmas light bulb, the nutcracker, and the snow globe. Those little things appeared only at Christmas time. So those ones there, you do them at specific times of the year, which is great. So probably at Easter time, we'll probably get a few more, or maybe Thanksgiving, or whatever it is, a different type of holidays during the year. So that's that section here. Jumping back out, take us to the main screen. All right, so here we are again. Now, up in the top left-hand side, we've got a little pirate there. He's kind of our helper when you see at the beginning of the game, and he gives you objectives. Now, these guys are things that you can possibly try and do as well to gain experience, money, gold doubloons, which I'll go through in a few minutes. Now, pretty much objectives, tasks. You can do them, you should do them, because when you do them, you get rewarded for it. So that is one of the most important things in the game as well. So at the beginning, you start off, you get a few basic ones, and then after that, you got some short-term and also long-term objectives. So the short-term example at this moment in time that I've got is complete 120 jobs. Once I do that, I'll get something for it. I could get some money, I could get some beer, I could get some coins, I could get some doubloons, experience points as well. It could be anything. So pretty much, it doesn't really tell you, but once you, it's something that you want to strive for and pick up whenever you can, because the best thing to do would be that. Long term, once again, you also get some bonus points, or you could get some experience, or it could be anything as well. And this one here, for example, is buy the next ship. That's one of the most important parts of the game, is buying the ships, because if you get the ships, it'll help you increase in size, also, look cool with your friends, and do your battles against the other computer-generated ships that are there that you have to battle every 2 hours. So that's important too. Special, this is where the Christmas stuff happened, so pretty much try and do them before a specific amount of time. Normally you have them done before Christmas and all that sort of stuff. So that is the objective section, and that's very, very important to do. Always make sure you check them, always try and get them out of the way as quickly as possible. Alright, so that is how the map section works, the battling works, how to find certain things. So as you said, right now there's another little guy on the ground in the sea up there. So if we select him, and it's Cindy's one, he needs a bit of help. So select him and click on help, and you've given yourself an extra 21 experience and 41 silver. Not a lot, but still better than nothing. And once again, the most important thing is you get rewarded for it when it's time, when your characters come back, or your crew members come back from their a little adventure. Alrighty, so up another thing I want to show you up the top is the experience points. Now, experience up here, selecting that. As you can see, I'm level 34. Alright, that's my name, that's my rank, normal brig. Now, this is the amount of experience points or fame points to receive before you gain the next level. As you know, in most of like RPG style games, you also need experience points to level up, and every time you level up, you need a bit more experience points every time. So this is going to take, it does take a long time when you get to this certain level. But at the beginning, when you first like level 1, you might only need like 500 experience points before you move on to the next level. So it slowly kind of increases in time, and the more it takes a little bit longer every time to level up. So that sort of stuff is normal, and that's why I was telling you, make sure that you do the missions that take the least amount of time but give you the most reward in return for experience points. Alrighty, so once you do finish that, you get a reward. Most of the time you might get a doubloon or 2, some gold coins, some beer, but in this situation you get a new job that unlocks because you're going to be level 35, and as I was showing you before in the map, level 35 mission unlocks. Plus you also get to increase your crew size. Now the crew size that I'm going to show you very soon is very important, because they're the guys that go off and do the missions and gain you those experience points that you require. So that's very important to have a full amount of crew members running and going crazy at any point in time, always running, always doing stuff. I'm going to show you that in a minute, but before we do that, I'm going to show you another section up here is the money and the doubloons. Now the money you pick up when your crew members go off and do missions. The doubloons are a little bit different. The doubloons are the part of the game where you need to spend a bit of cash, real cash that is, to purchase things within the game, which I'll be showing you a bit further down into the game as well. Alright, so for example, silver coins are all cool. You get them for doing missions. You don't have to buy them. If you want to exchange them for silver, you can by buying doubloons. So but basically, as I said, the silver coins are free. You get them by doing missions. You can buy certain things in the game with the silver coins, but not as much as you can by buying them with the doubloons. So a cool amount of stuff that you can get in the shop, which I'll show you, that you need to purchase doubloons with. Increasing the ship size again as well is also very important, and you might need to buy doubloons for it too. Now, as you can see, you can buy a certain amount of doubloons. 11 for only $2.40. You got 30 for 5. You got 65 for 12. 180 for $29.99. You got a whopping 400 for $59, and you got 1,000 for $119.99. Now, if you get yourself 1,000, you're guaranteed you'll have everything that you've ever wanted in this game. I guarantee you right now. So that would be more than enough. But as you can see, I've got about 500, and you can possibly get. I can go crazy with the amount of money as well. And you should be pretty happy with that. Up to a certain amount of point, the large ship and everything that you can do with it and everything. So that's more than enough as well. But I would say I would recommend getting 1,000. You can be totally happy with everything that you can purchase, and you'll never have to worry ever again. So as you can see down the bottom as well, you got your silver and your root beer. Now you can exchange silver for root beer, so you can use one doubloon for 2,000 silver. That comes in handy. As I said, you can buy certain things with silver, and it's also recommended if you want to do it. So you can do that too. I'll just jump back out. Now the root beer, I'll show you in a minute, because that's what the crew members need. Is you can buy root beer if you're too lazy to do the mini games, which I'll be showing you in a second. The mini games are pretty much needed to cool down your crew members. Once they go on a mission, they come back, they're really tired. So when they're tired, they want to take a break or play a game or drink. So pretty much the root beer is what you need to give them that extra bounce and send them off their merry way to get some more experience points for you in fame. So as you can see, you can buy some beer. Buy one doubloon gives you 5, 4 gives you 25, or you can buy in bulk by spending 12 and you get 100. Now this is recommended if you want to get this game going really quick, sending off you guys back and forth as quickly as possible, where you then have to worry about playing the mini games, because the mini games do take a bit of time to do, but they give you the free root beer. So so that's pretty much the doubloon store. That is recommended, guaranteed, if you want to get a lot of cool stuff, which I'll be showing you in a minute. So that's one step. Jumping back out. Alrighty, let's get into the fun part. Oh, before we do that, let's help out this poor little young whatever he is, stranded in the sea. Help him. Alrighty, so I've helped 3 people so far. Alright, now this is the most important part of the game, this part here. This is your ship. Now in here, this is where all your crew members come back once they've gone off and sailed the 7 seas, done your missions and done everything, and come back to bring you back your riches and your fame. So jumping back into here, screen loads up pretty quick. Okay, here we are. Here is my ship. Now it's not very big. I'll show you how we can upgrade it in a few minutes. And as you can see, the sails are a bit tattered, but you know, this is everything that you can do in the ship here. It's very bland, and I'll be showing you how to increase it, and also show you a few of my friends that have really spiffed up ships that because they've used their doubloons, of course. So as you can see, this is the ship. Zooming in, you can see that all my crew members, I've got I think 12 of them or 11 of them, all walking around pretty much. Some of them have completed missions and some of them haven't. So the ones that have completed their missions have a little crown over there, or next to them. So that pretty much tells you that they have come back from a mission, and they have a reward for you. So once you, let's say for example, my little character is just over here. Let's say this guy here with a barrel around him. Hello, here we go. We just selected him, and he's come back because he's done that 10-hour mission, which I was explaining to you about. And he has done, he's come back with 602 experience fame points and 1,336. Plus, nice of him, he's come back with a few little treasures, and he's giving us an extra plus 260 because it's one of his favourite jobs. As you can see up here, each crew member has a specific rank, not rank, but kind of skill level. So this guy here, he's a provider, like if you want to call it, and you can send off your characters on different type of missions where when they go off and do that specific type of mission, they come back more happy because they're really good at it, and they give you a bonus for it. So as you can see right there, he came back and he was happy with it, so I got an extra 268. Alrighty, so now once he's done, as you can see, there's a beer next to him. Now there's no way in the world he'll go off and do another mission until he is happy again. So as you can see, he won't do nothing until we click on it, and we can select, okay, well look, we can play a game with him, we can change his clothes if we want, which I'll show you in a sec, or give him a beer. So if I want to do this quickly, we'll do a beer. Alrighty. Now I've got a lot of beer because I've been actually taking my time and playing the game in a way too, where I like to play the mini games. And every time you play a mini game, you get 2 root beers, and I've done a lot of them, as you can see. And right from here, if you want, I can give him a root beer, or if I don't have any, I can buy it right now. So if you like, I just give him a root beer, and he's happy. So he's now, if you want, I'll move away. He's happy to go again. So he's actually, I'd be able to send him on another mission right now. Alright, so these guys here. Okay, now this person's come back and he's only given us one item that they've collected. Sometimes they come back with nothing, sometimes they come back with a lot more. So as you can see right now, collected that one. And what I can do sometimes is when you've collected a certain amount of treasure, you can also share it with your friends, which I'm going to show you in a sec as well. So if you like, you can share that right now, and all your friends will also have the opportunity to pick this up. So sometimes they've got to be really quick at picking it up, because if not, someone else will pick it up and they'll lose their share. So I'll be nice of them and share that with my friends. So as you can see right now, this one here once again won't go anywhere unless we play a game or give them a root beer. So there are about 5 different type of games, mini games that you can do. So for example, I'll run you through a few of them. This is my favorite, and this is the most easiest one if you want to increase your root beer reserves without any problems at all. It's called Hold Steady Matey. Now how this one works is you got a sword in your hand, and you got to keep it on top of your hand and make sure it doesn't wobble off. So you got to keep it balanced. So for example, let's play this one right now. So as you can see, they've both got swords in their hands, and then a control system comes up on the screen. You got left and right. Now see how the sword in the middle is wobbling? Now, when it wobbles to a certain point, you don't want it to fall over, because if it falls over, you lose the challenge and won't be able to earn the root beer. So, for example, it's wobbling, it's wobbling, it's wobbling. Okay, I'm going to try and keep it up now. Okay. And it's in the center. It's on the right. It's on the left. Keep it up. There you go. We just beat our little crew member. Once we do, see, we just get a ×2 rupee. And once we've done that, that little crew member is now happy to run off and do another one. So it's either give them the rupee, play the mini game, and they'll be happy. So that's pretty much how you do that one. Now, I'm not going to run through and fix up everybody else, but pretty much that's how it works. So sometimes the see if we can find someone else. Sometimes one of the other crew members come back with extras apart from the money. So, for example, you get that. You get your treasure, and then down the bottom, as you can see, 150 for your first mate title. All right. So sometimes you also give your captains rankings, and that's another thing I was going to show you right now. And you also get an explosive volley, which I was explaining to you before. Sometimes they come back from different little sections, and they can see that they've got different. You know, you can also pick up little things that can help you when you're doing those battles, like the repair kit, the smoke screen, or the explosive volley. And in this situation, we'll come back with a lot of different things, which is fantastic. So that's good. Alrighty, so that's how that one works. Now, as I was explaining to you before, that you can give treasure out and you can give stuff to your friends and all that sort of stuff. Now, that works by doing it, going up into the top section here, which is the little gift section. So going into there, I've got 39 gifts that a lot of my friends have given to me. So if we jump into there right now, as you can see, I've got a whole lot of different friends on the board, and some of them are giving out like copper rings, rubies, they've got bonus chests. So these ones are pretty cool. So if I want, you got to be quick though, you got to come in and go take it. I want to take it as quickly as possible. If I'm lucky and no one else has taken it, oh, too late. The surplus has been looted out, so I'm pretty much out of luck on that one. But let's see if I can get the the marred ruby. Oh, bad luck, no good. Now, let's try. I'll try and see if I can get a few more. If I'm lucky, there you go. I just received a stone ring. So that was lucky to pick that up. Now I can do anything I want with that ring. I can sell it, put it in the sand, grow, and mature it, do whatever I like. Now another great thing you can see right here is the leveling up system. Once someone levels up, if they want to share it and want to be a good pirate, which they should in this situation, is they give you bonus chests. As you can see, right, I passed a few, but see if I can find another one. Okay, there's a bonus chest right there, and a few bonus chests right here. So, for example, when one of your crew members, captains, level up, they share out with you a bonus chest. Now, this is another way of slowly building your doubloons and experience and gold and so forth like that, and silver. So what you do is that you pretty much take it, and then you have an option of one of three. So it's pretty much a random choice. So what you can do out of the random three, sometimes you don't have to pick the big one. You can pick the small one, or you can pick the middle one. You get something out in return for it. So, for example, I want the big one. And the big one, unfortunately, only gave me 400 silver. Not a lot. So, for example, let's go to another one. This one here. This one. I got 200 experience. So pretty much, you basically the three most important things you can only get is silver, experience, and one bonus doubloon. Let's see if we can see if I can get a doubloon out of this one here. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Hey, fantastic. So I got myself a bonus doubloon. So if you really don't want to buy anything out of the doubloon store, it will take you a very long time to pick up and build up your doubloons, because you don't get a lot of them. You only get them in missions, sometimes when you do objectives, or sometimes when you level up. But the only time would be when you do have a lot of friends and they all level up really quick, and they send you off their bonus chests, and you can use it for that specific reason. So if you want, I could also send free gifts to my friends. So example, I'm going to send out one of these guys to my League of Captains, and I'm pretty happy with it. So I'm going to say, yep, I'm going to send that one to them, and that gets sent off to them, and they can all fight for it as well. So that appears in their list. So I'm going to jump out of that. So that's pretty much how that one works. I got 33 more stuff to look at, but I'll look at that later. Alrighty, now to one of the most important parts and one of the most fun parts of the game is customizing and doing all sorts of stuff with your ship and playing with it in the menu. So as you can see down the bottom down here, you've got a ship, icon, clothes. Oh, let me just jump back out again. Alright, jumping back. Okay, so you've got a ship, you got your clothes, you got your crew, you got your friends, and other stuff like, moving stuff around and options in the game. So when I was talking to you about the friends, we'll jump into the friends and explain to you how that one pretty much works. So when you want to invite friends, you can invite them via two different ways. You can jump onto the Facebook channel, Facebook page for Lil Pirates, and send send people like messages and say, hey, you're my friend, how about you come and play with me? And you send them off a request, and via that, and they get it, and they sometimes hopefully they add you, and then you can put them in here, and they appear in your friends list in your league of captains. So as you can see right now, I've got a lot of friends. They're pretty much, a few of them are a couple of levels higher than me too. We got like a level 36, a level 35. I'm a level 34. And a lot more, so the pages go on and on and on. So I've got a lot of friends and a lot of captains, because the captains come in handy. They're pretty cool. They send you a lot of stuff, as you know. So yeah, so basically you can do it in three different ways. So if I go to enlist right now, you've got three different options of doing it. You can do it via Facebook, Game Center, and emails. So for example, you can go via Game Center, which was me, Master Rabbit, just popped back in. So with Game Center, if you've got friends in there, you can send them requests and they've got the game, they can jump in straight away and play with you. You can do it via Facebook, you can send all your friends that way, or you can do it via your emails. So for example, if you know your friend, it's got this game and they've got an email, throw it in here and bang. Email gets sent straight to them, straight to you, straight into the game. Bang, you're in, and your friend comes up. That's probably one of the easiest way if you want privacy and you don't want friends, you don't want random people showing up in your Facebook or in Game Center if you don't like. So that's probably a good way of getting a lot of friends, and that's one of the biggest tips as well in the game. Send a message probably in Facebook, Lil Pirates, and say, hey, add my email address, and everybody will go, oh yeah, cool, and then they'll send it to you, and then pretty much you can get a whole lot of friends by doing it that way. Be careful though, friends are cool, but don't forget they can also steal your treasure. So that's the one thing, but it's all good and fun. Now the last thing is the promote option right there, and also visit, which I'll show you in a second too. I'll show you that after. Now the promote thing is very important. As you see down the bottom here, you've got like a little picture of a gun. Then you've also got this one here's also got like swords. You've got a ship and scales. Now all of those ones called first mate, quartermaster, sailing master, and appraiser. So for example, we can promote any of these guys. So for instance, like I said, I've already done it, but as you can see them right here, first mate, quartermaster, sailing master, and appraiser. So quickly what they pretty much mean is if you give someone a ranking of first mate, what happens is they get a 25% chance of more fame when they return from when their crew members return from their their little activities. Quartermaster works pretty much the same way. You get 25% more silver when you return from you're doing your missions, or when your little crew members come back. Sailing Master increases the chance of getting extra treasure when your little mates come back from the missions. And the Appraiser is also always really cool. You get extra silver when you try and sell stuff. So when you want to give someone something, you just basically select it, bang, and it appears down next to their name. Not everyone has them. As you can see, I can go, for example, over here. That person does not have a ranking because he's pretty much, you want to kind of sometimes give it to the most higher ranking officials. That way they benefit. But if you want, you can also give them to you can also give the experience, like the fame, to the lower level ones, so they can level up quicker. So that's also cool. So you can do it that way as well. If you want, if you don't like someone in there, or if you added someone by mistake, you can also remove them as well. Alrighty, so jumping back out. That is pretty much how the friends section works in the game. Now the next section is the ship. The ship section is pretty finely detailed. There is a lot of stuff that you can do in this. So for example, in the ship, you can buy stuff, as you know. You use your doubloons to buy anything you want. So what you can do is you can get anything that's in the featured section, but down the bottom, as you can see, you've got different things here. You've got your size, your theme, your deck, your parts, your featured stuff, which you can see on the screen. But for example, which I'm going to do right now, is the size. For example, okay, now to level up your ship, if you want to call it, you need a certain amount of friends. So that's what the little ship 7 means. So ship 7 means you need 7 friends and you need 99999 silver coins. I'm very close to it right now, but I'm not going to do it. I might do it in the next one. Or if you really got the doubloons, which I have, you can buy the ship right now for 30 doubloons. So let's just do that right now, and I'll show you what it looks like. So pretty much once you do that, you click it, loads up, the screen gets bigger, comes back to here, and as you can see what it looks like. The ship looks a little bit bigger. As you can see, there's a few more cannons on the screen there, so you can choose from that you can kind of equip, and that's it. So if you're happy with that, there's a button up the top that says buy. Done. So once you do that, as you know, that little mission, that little quest side on the side, basically that's an objective. And the objective just popped up. And it says, congratulations, you have now received 600 fame points for increasing the size of your ship, which is fantastic. So that's cool. So you can do that, there's no problem at all. And click on that and select it. So your ship now has become a little bit bigger, and there's more spots for you to put your cannons in, which is important for when you do your battling. And then there's also more room for you to equip and throw up, really make your ship look really, really, really cool, which I'll show you in a minute. Alrighty, so apart from that, if you jump back into the ship, you can do a whole lot of different things. You can buy themes. For example, one of my favorite themes, which I'm going to be probably doing very, very soon, will be purchasing the submarine one. But if you want, you could even buy the ghostly ship, and in the ghostly ship you can buy, like, if you've got enough gold coins or silver, like doubloons, you can just buy it straight off like that. So for example, like let's say for example the ghost ship, select that one there. This is a theme, don't forget. So the size of your ship is not going to change, but the way it looks is going to look totally different. Now that looks pretty cool, doesn't it, for a ghost ship? It's going to be really hard for people to come on because of all the spikes all the way around it, which is really cool. Alrighty, so that's pretty much how the themes work. I'm going to just jump out and say no for now. Alrighty, so back into the menu once again. So go into the ship, and as you said, that's the theme section. But apart from the theme, you've got different things you can do on the ship, which is really important, and that's what I'm going to show you some of my friends' ones, because they've got some really, really, pimped out ships, if you want to call them. They look really, really cool. So as you can see right now, you've got the different type of things that you can put on the deck. So you've got loot on your floor, you got loot on your deck, what the floor you can put on the floor, and also miscellaneous stuff. So for example, you can jump into loot. This is all the stuff that you can buy and throw on the deck. You got a whole lot of different things that you can throw up. So you got like a little world globe, a little statue of all your kind of trophy, of all the toys, all the treasures that you've picked up. Everything that you can possibly imagine, you can throw up and put on your deck. It looks really, really cool. So that's one of them. And then you've got the floor. The floor works the same way. You've got different type of colors, mats, and even like cannonballs and stuff like that. It's really, really cool. So you got all different type of things that you can throw on. All of them at different price, don't forget. So you got like 100, you can do like silver coins, and then the more really, advanced looking, cooler ones is where you're going to need to use your doubloons to purchase them with. So that's cool. And then the last one is your miscellaneous stuff. This could be anything related to like a bucket of fish, chairs, snowballs, whole lot of different stuff. Even a cactus, tables, a beer, your ale, your root beer holders, cannonballs, all sorts of stuff. Even like a chair, bonsai trees, some really, really, really cool stuff. Even like a really, really nice throne. Yeah, look at that. Even a pool with a ducky on it, which is really, really cool. Excellent. So there's a whole lot of different things, and a lot more get thrown into the game at a lot of different times. And when you've got different theme days, like Christmas time, you have like the snowball, the Christmas tree, whole lot of different stuff. So it's always good to save up your pennies, buy your doubloons from the doubloon store, and go crazy, because it's really, really fun. The next part in the ship is the parts. Now the parts are really important in the game because it makes the ship look really nice. So you've got your cannons. So these are one of the most important things. You need cannons, even though you can buy yourself some cheapo ones, and the cheapo ones will still do the probably amount of damage, but you also want to look really cool. So for example, you've got these type of ones. I've got the flame ones. I love the flame ones. So the flame ones and like the lasered ones, they don't shoot lasers, but they kind of look like they do. So these ones here, in my honest opinion, I believe they do a lot more damage. So I would say get stuck into these guys. Even though they look cool, I would say they do a whole lot more damage when you're fighting those computer generated ships for those experience points every 2 hours. So that's the cannons. Then you've got your heads at the figureheads at the front of the ship, which some of them are very hilarious. A big scary skull at the front of it. Different type of looks. So you even got like the flame coming out. pointy ones like a sword, a rubber ducky. So some really cool ones to spend your doubloons on. Next one is the masks. So these ones here are the ones that hold your sails together, as you know. Different types, different colours, different themes. These are some really cool ones. You got like a bone one up there. Different colours like blue and pink and all that sort of stuff. So it depends on how you colour your theme, how you hit that is probably the best way to buy anything that kind of works together with your ship. So with that, also you got your sails. So once you got your mask up, you've also got to make sure you put your sails up as well. Different colours, different themes as well. Some of the most nice, hotter ones. More expensive, but even like a couple of ones with the fish hanging through the sails, 5 doubloons, and then you also do the ones that cost the silver, which, like I said, takes time to build your silver. But if you want, you can take your time and do that. But if you want something straight away, I'd say bang, buy it. Even if you buy the doubloons and convert them to silver, that would be a recommendation to do as well. Alright, so that's pretty much everything. The last one is a theme, is a wheel. You know, every good pirate needs a good steering wheel, and that's one of them here. You got a whole lot of different types. My personal favourite is probably going to be that controller there, which is themed with Capcom and Street Fighter and stuff like that. So you got a control pad and buttons and stuff like that, which I'll probably throw on later on. So that's how that one looks, and that's everything within the ship section. So if I jump back out now and click on the close. Alrighty, so now what we're going to do is we'll go through and just check out the crew stuff. So you got clothes and crew. Now the clothes and crew pretty much work the same way. You can we'll go through the clothes first. So the clothes, there's so much stuff in the clothes you will not believe. So as you can see here, you got your different type of you got yourself here. You got the Captain Master Rabbit. You got Graham, you got a whole lot of characters here. Some as I said, some you can just generate yourself by being computer members, and some you can take from your captain's crew as your friends. So as you can see, I've got Bubbles here, I've got my other friend Phil and Travis. So I've got a few of them here who I can play with. So for example, if I wanted to play with let's say, Dulcim's here. So let's click on Dulcim. And with Dulcim, as you know, he's a Street Fighter character. And I'm trying to make him look very similar to what he kind of is in the game. So as you can see, I made him pretty basic. But yeah, if you want, you can do a whole lot of different things. You can modify or add specific things to his body, head, and legs. So for example, in the head part, if you want him, you can kind of throw anything you think looks cool on him. Or for a price, that is. Some like I said, 200. Some of them 200 silver coins. Could be anything you like. And then you've got the more really cool stuff, like a moose head, a skull head, even like a cool. As you can see, once you select it, actually appears on the left-hand side in a preview type of form. You can put a bucket over his head. Kind of makes him look a little bit better, doesn't it? So apart from that, yeah, you got a whole lot of different things. You can put a bubble around him. Lots of really cool things. So I would say recommended. You know, buy your doubloons and spend up big, setting up your computer characters, and also yourself as well. So as you can see, you can do a whole lot of things. That's just the head. Then you've got your body. Different things you can do. As I said, you've got basic stuff that you can pick up with your silvers, and then you've also got your doubloon items as well. So you can even dress him up like as a cop. Look at that, it looks like a cop there. All different types. There's so many different things. As I said, a lot more do appear when different themes come out, like Christmas and Easter. So you can also dress him up like in a Santa suit. He'll look cute in a Santa suit, doesn't he? Good old Dulcim. So yeah, everything here has different price tags as well, with doubloons as well, so you can do that. And same thing with your leggings. So different things that you can choose from, ranging from different prices. You can even put him in a snowball. You can walk around with a snowball, which is really cool. So that was a Christmas theme, as you can see right there. So that is one thing. Then you've also got the extras, which is like the stuff that you can put on his hip. You can give him like a cleaver. He'll look pretty scary with a cleaver, doesn't he? Or you can give him like a sword. Different things, different options. It just makes it look really cool. Gives you a bit of experience points every time you buy something for your characters, which is really important as well. Accessories, you can always give him some goggles. or even a patch over one eye, because now he looks like a real pirate. Arr, good old Dulcim. So yeah, different things that comes at different prices. So that's one. Then you've got your backpack as well, stuff on his back. You can put all sorts of things, even a monkey on his back. Looks pretty cool. Dulcim with a monkey. Alrighty. Then you've also got swords and butterfly wings. I don't think he looks pretty cool with butterfly wings, but hey, it's totally up to you. But you can also get a girl pirates as well as male pirates, so they all come in handy, and different things all work for different type of characters that you want to build and make look, different. So then you've also got your gloves. There's not many in there in the glove section, but gloves look different. You got one of the most really coolest ones is, as you can see, is the good old hook on the hand. So that's a good one. And also changing of what they look like with their beards as well. You can have no beards, a couple of beards, a moustache, all sorts of stuff. Even the good old, look at that one. Crazy looking beard. That's mad. Alright, so you got that as well. And then finally in here, you can also change their skin color and also change their hair shape, hair color, and their facial features as well. So you can make them look really cool, happy, mean, sad, give them different eye color and everything like that too. Alright, so that is everything you can kind of do with, I'll just jump back out once more, everything you can do with your clothes section. But as you know, if you do select, for example, like let's say this guy here, when you select one of your crew members up the top, you can actually choose to do it from here as well. So you can go basically like that, and that'll take that specific crew member straight in, and you can change stuff around like that too. So that's pretty cool. But as you know, the menu system works, like I said, pretty simple from there too. You change it from the crew section there. Now, as you can see, the crew member section here is one other thing you can do. If you don't like any of the crew members that you've thrown on, you can always remove them and add them again, okay? Or add different ones, or regenerate a new character, or whatever you like. Because if when you do have more options to regenerate, you generate them by their looks at the beginning, but then you can always change them. The most important thing about when you do a new character regeneration, you get the names, and the names you really can't change, so that's why you just got to keep on going through until you find one you kind of like with name wise. So that is everything you can play in the menu system. As you can see, we've covered it all. Now the last thing I was going to show you is what as I said, I don't actually have my ship pimped up really well, but as you can see, let me show you one of the most pimped up ships that I've seen. I'll show you two of them which are really, really cool. One is Bubbles. I'll jump into Bubble ship. Now that's one thing you can do with every single crew captains you got. You can jump into every single ship and see what they've got, and also help them, because when you help them you also get a little bit of experience points. So if you want, I'll click on the visit button and we'll jump into Bubbles' ship. Bubbles has got a fantastic ship, I gotta say. Now, once your first thing you do is, if you haven't seen your crew member, your captain for a while, when you've come in for a visit, they'll ask you to help them out with a little bit of stuff, and it's a very just simple yes or no sort of thing. Help them out, because if you do, you get a couple more experience points, which gives you a bit more fame, and you get a bit more coins, and everyone's happy. So once you do that, then you can just check out the ship. Now, have a look at this. This is pretty much what I'll be doing with mine in a while. But this is how, and this is what you should be doing when you pick up and when you want to pimp out your ship, guaranteed, honestly. Have a look at it. You've got like all sorts of crazy stuff in here. We zoom in and have a quick look. So now there's Bubbles over there, looking pretty cool. Telescope, treasure chest, coins, stuff on the floor, books, big, even look at that, even that is awesome. A little swimming pool with a ducky in it, a cactus, is amazing stuff. All sorts of stuff that you can do. Pimp out your ship the best as you can. As you can see, there's lots of different cool things that you can use from the shop, which I was showing you before. You got your display cabinets, you got like a little checkerboard, chairs, heaps of stuff that you can do. And even at the front of that, the head, that's awesome. Ice cream cone. And zoom out a bit more, as you can see, this is what Bubbles has got for her masks and sails. Looks really, really, really cool. So as I said, ladies and gentlemen, this is pretty much what you should be pimping your ship out with. So make sure you pick up and buy your doubloons from the doubloon store and go crazy with it. So that's it. I'll just jump back out. So that's pretty much what you can do when you go visit your friends. There's also one more other one I wanted to show you, and this is a really cool one. This is like the submarine theme. Now this one here, this ship is fully maxed out. This is one of my friends, Phil's, and as you can see right now, his one looks really, really cool. So I'll just jump back into it right now. So we'll go visit Phil, and once we go in as well, you always have the option at the beginning to help out that character, help out that friend, and get that little bit more of experience. So this one here, he needs a bit of help peeling potatoes because he likes potatoes. So you click on that one and you get another bit of experience points. So if you got like lots and lots of friends, you can just go through every single one of them and pick up probably a couple of 100 points of experience. And everything helps. Every little piece of experience helps. So that's very, very important. And look at that. Everyone here is all dressed up. Phil's got all his friends dressed up nice and clean. Look at that. He's got a suit. He looks cool. So there's a whole lot of them. Heaps of guys, and that's the most important thing. Make sure you dress up all your little characters. They look good. They give you extra experience points as well. Look at that. Everyone looks really, really cool in there. Like little rabbit heads. Look at that. Even got like a centurion. Oh, awesome. An Indiana Jones cowboy. And everything. So this looks really, really cool. So you got like different sort of control systems, which I was explaining to you before. So yeah, this is an amazing looking ship as well. So this is like a submarine theme. Look at that. Right at the front, he's even got like a little bit of a scary looking skull. Arrgh. Awesome. So that's it. That's what the ships look like. So make sure you pimp out your ship, make it look really, really cool. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching this guide for Little Pirates. I hope it's come in handy and it's helped you out very, very much. Make sure you pick it up from the Apple iTunes store. It's available right now. It's been out for a long, long time. It's free, don't forget, but you need to pick up your double-ins if you want to increase it better. So spend up your money, have fun, and thank you for watching. Master Rabbit signing out from CapsuleComputers.com.